Balance has got to be one of the hardest things to achieve in life. Balance is so difficult because you've got so many different pulling forces. You've got the negative, you've got the positive, you've got the ups, you've got the downs. You've got work, you've got home. You've got your identity, you've got your past, you've got the future. All these different forces are constantly pulling at each other. Being a dad, trying to navigate your hobby as a gamer. Meanwhile, trying to be a good husband and just an overall good person to everybody. It's fucking exhausting. It's not easy to navigate despite all of the different modern conveniences. All of the different amazing inventions that have been throughout the years. Honestly, the best invention for me in my life that it's benefited and maybe not benefited sometimes was the invention of the video game. Shit, man, I don't know if I would have been able to navigate without it. Video games gave me structure that I just didn't have in real life. It gave me limitation. But not too much limitation where I'm struggling and suffering and just suffocating. But just enough limitation to make it exciting. To have creativity. It's why it's something that I thought I was honestly going to drop by now. I honestly thought that I was just going to not care about video games and move on with my life because I'm a dad or because of whatever. But even though I just recently became a father, it made me realize that this is a hobby that I don't know if I ever want to give up. At least as long as it's still around. Because it formats my brain like nothing other. It formats my brain in a way that I can organize things in my mind, and I can organize things better in life because of it. And with the start of this YouTube channel, I was really trying to focus on being positive. Because all of the content that I've ever created in my life, all of the content has been outrage porn. I fucking hate that. I'm not myself. Does it get clicks? Sure does. Does it get views? Sure does. Does it get user retention? Sure does. I mastered TikTok. And its algorithm. Maybe not mastered, not master. Otherwise, I would have had 1 million followers. But I had 22,000. I was in the top 5 percentile of users. I understood TikTok. But only to the effect of the outrage. I wish I just made more better content. Don't get me wrong. I don't regret any of those days. I guess I do regret one thing, and that's just not focusing on things that matter. I was so focused on, it was during COVID, and so much shit was going down, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll just be a TikToker star bullshit or coach thing. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. So I was just making content, and it ended up getting pretty political and pretty negative. Ended up being called a racist, homophobic, all sorts of crazy names in the comments. Back then, I just don't think that I had the emotional cognitive ability to handle it all, and yet I still kept feeding into it. And honestly, that's what got the views. It was so good, man. It was so easy. Good meaning it was easy. Because it's easy to be outraged. It's easy to be negative. It's easy to be It's easy to be that way. It's like a survival thing. We're always constantly looking for threats. When we can let go of that and just trust that whatever comes our way, we're going to be able to handle it, fuck. It's taken me years to even get to even acknowledging that that could be a place that I could be at. It's just that sometimes people have a harder time putting things into words. Just like I have just like I have hard time putting things to word on paper. But when I do, man, it's so liberating. I'm writing a book right now. That doesn't even have to do with anything with games. How can I do all of this and balance all of this? I don't know, but I'm going to try. I'm going to do it. Not going to try anymore. Trying just means that I'm going to dabble here, dabble here. No, I want to do it. I really do want to know what it takes to do all of those things. Even if this pursuit doesn't even go farther than just finding a group of buddies to play with, honestly, that would be good enough. It's crazy to say that, but yeah. It's a group of dads that want to play too. I don't know. If that's all it goes, I'm down for that. I really honestly am. I think it can be more than that. I know it can be, but I'm aiming lower this time. I'm not aiming for the moon. Just aiming for the next thing. Aiming for 1,000 subscribers. Just aiming for doing something for me. Maybe, and in return, maybe somehow other people, it'll benefit them too. Maybe that comes back around, benefits me. That'd be awesome. I think it will. So here I am. Thanks for listening to all this. It's just some guy rambling into a microphone while having some gameplay in the background. It's nothing special. But it means a lot to me that you are listening to me. It means a lot. Because it means a lot to me, the things that I talk about. These are things that I'm passionate about, the good, the bad, and the ugly of my life. I care about these things. So if you're listening to me, that means you care a little bit too, and that's fucking awesome. Anyway, y'all have a good night.